When I was young, I used to watch movies with cool futuristic cities, and I was really impressed of the technologies and robots they have, and I hope to build one of my own in the future. But as I grew older, I realized that these things were just fiction. They're just too unrealistic for me to reach. And then I discovered engineering YouTubers who were working on insane projects that seem straight out of these movies that I watch. Watching them inspired me to take an engineering course in university, hoping to learn how to turn my own ideas into reality. But when I got there, I found that the course was mostly focused on theories and math, with not so much practical work. And while the theories were important, I felt like something was missing, which is the inspiration of this video. I'm gonna be learning engineering, and more specifically electronic engineering, for 30 days. Hello, this is JJ, 4 months after I took this video. So yeah, this is the first lesson. Nothing ever goes as planned. So here I have an Arduino starter kit. It is actually not an official Arduino kit, because that one was really expensive, like 190 Aussie dollars, and this one actually it starts from $50, but I bought the more advanced board, which costs a total of 80 bucks in this kit. Some components might be different than the original kit, but there are more variety of components and sensors in this kit, so if you're interested, feel free to check the link down in description. Day 0 is all about planning and researching of what I'm going to achieve for the next 30 days, and also learning some basics about the Arduino board itself. Day 1, we started off with a simple circuit, which is just an LED and a resistor. I even did it with an RGB LED and program it to change colors every few seconds. This is a good chance to get to know about my breadboard and its connection. Day 2, I use buttons to turn on and off the LED. Then I use a passive buzzer to make all kinds of sound. Keep in mind that I didn't code any of this, I just uploaded it from the zip package that comes with it, and also I'm just following the instructions from the PDFs. Lesson 2. Do project-based learning. Day 3, I tested a whole bunch of electronics and sensors inside the kit, but I feel really unhappy about it. I don't think I learned much through doing all this, uploading the code and just testing it. I need to do something more interesting to learn. And that is when I found the official Arduino book, which will guide you along the process of learning Arduino through different projects. They even have official video guides on YouTube, so it's definitely more fun and challenging since they give me a scenario and I need to think a bit to actually achieve and code those by myself. Yeah, I definitely recommend the project books. Day 5, I use photoresistors, or simply known as light sensors, to detect lights, and based on that, it is going to change the RGB LED into different colors. Project 6 in the official Arduino book teaches us how to control a servo motor using a potentiometer. Before proceeding with another project, I always watch a YouTube video on the basics and introduction to that particular component or sensors to get a better understanding of how it works. A potentiometer is basically a resistor that its value that can be changed by turning its knob. Here we also get introduced to capacitors, where it can smooth out the feedback from the servo motor. Not gonna lie, it actually took me a few tries to get this. The motors always goes really haywire for some reason. As the project gets more complicated, so does the wiring. It gets messier and messier. It really helps train your mind to know which pins are connected to which. Day 8, I get a little off tangent. I have a problem. So I normally watch my TV shows on my computer, and it is really inconvenient for me to keep pressing the keyboard if I want to go back like for 5 seconds. So I thought of creating a remote control for my computer. So I did a little bit of research and I found out that you need another type of Arduino called Arduino Leonardo DiCaprio. Just kidding, just Arduino Leonardo. So it is an older version of Arduino that can control your keyboard input. That will be in another video cause I failed miserably. Day 9, I created a digital hourglass from the projects book. It's like a simple countdown traffic light that you see in Formula 1s. Pretty simple circuit, not much of a problem. Day 10 is where I first encountered DC motors. The motor was just moving a little back and forth. I thought it was broken, so I ordered a new one. Then I realized I can test it through a battery, and it is actually still working. Day 11 is my first time using liquid crystal display, also known as LCD screens. I created a digital crystal ball that can tell me whether my viewers will like and subscribe. Day 12, I opened up a doorbell because it was broken and tried to fix it. Then we had a blackout for 4 days straight, but I remembered that a wise man once said that nothing should ever stop you no matter the circumstances. So we tried charging our electronic devices using the hand-powered phone charger that I reviewed before to continue our learning. Oh, do you also know that I bought an extra module called ESP8266 to give my Arduino Mega Wi-Fi capabilities? But it turns out this Node MCU ESP8266 is a microcontroller itself. So basically I have 2 Arduinos right now, one with built-in Wi-Fi. Day 14, I created a HTML website to communicate with my Wi-Fi Node MCU. As you can see, I'm able to control my LED, turning it on and off just by clicking my website. If you are able to reach this stage, I believe that you are already an intermediate level in this process, since you need to utilize more than one environment, such as a web server, to accomplish your task. Day 15, I wanted to try something more ambitious. I wanted to connect my Node MCU to a Firebase database. Then I will need to create an app to retrieve information from that database. It's pretty complicated and there's so many bugs. I continue working on the bug at day 16. I've been trying to connect this ESP8266 to the Firebase, to the Google Firebase for quite some time now. And it is finally connected! I teach myself to read functions and header files of the libraries. You need to actually understand what your code is doing in order to find the faults in it. Day 17, I bought a bigger LCD screen with touchscreen capabilities. The purpose of it is just to understand how LCD screen works. Setting up displays for an Arduino project is always a nightmare. There are just so many pins that needs to be connected. And as usual, it didn't work at first. I thought my LCD screen is already broken, but it turns out each display has its own specific library. Not only you need to match the brand, you also need to match all the specifications as well. Day 18, I got exposed to the world of radio waves, which is the most common wireless technology that you can find in everyday lives, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and 5G mobile networks. Today, I learned how radio frequency devices communicate with each other through RFID tags, which can be found in the original Arduino kit that I bought. I get to create a simple system to verify whether the text that I scan is correct or not. This simple system gave me an understanding on how wireless communications work behind the scenes. Day 20 and beyond, I decided to start a project called Project Mini Autobot RC, but it's basically a remote control car. I have learned so many different electronic components for the past 20 days, and I figured that it's time to combine my knowledge and to create something more complicated but not too complicated. This video is too long already, so it's going to be continued in the next episode. You won't want to miss this because it goes through a lot of engineering process. I'll see you for now. This is JJ from Budget Zero. Peace out.